Hi, ParatonWeather.com. Meteorologist Paul Doran here on Wednesday morning, September 1st. What a way to start a new month here in the Mid-Atlantic region. We have a high impact weather event today and tonight with heavy rainfall, the potential for some widespread flooding, and a tornado threat as well. The remains of Ida, still classified as a tropical depression, will actually get rejuvenated later on in the day and into the early evening hours as it encounters a strong upper level jet streak over the northeast U.S. There's different quadrants of a jet streak that are associated with upward motion, and this system will actually move into what we call the right entrance quadrant, where there is strong upward motion later in the day and will actually deepen. Its central pressure will go from about 1,000 millibars, probably drop down to maybe 996, 997 millibars by later in the day. All signs of it actually strengthening as it encounters that upper level jet streak. There's been heavy rain in the overnight hours in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, strong thunderstorms as well. The highest chance for tornadoes will come later in the day into the early evening hours, and most of that threat will be on the south and eastern side of the I-95 corridor region. Let me emphasize though, anywhere in the Mid-Atlantic region there can be heavy rain today with flooding. Anywhere in the Mid-Atlantic region there can be a severe thunderstorm with a tornado, so we'll have to watch out in all areas. This is the latest radar loop, and Pennsylvania has gotten rocked with some soaking rain in the overnight hours, as has the DC metro region and north and west, with some strong thunderstorms, loud thunderstorms as well. And in this entire area, there's certainly the threat for flooding, as in some areas a few inches of rain has already fallen, and we haven't even gotten well underway in this event now. It is underway, but it can certainly result in some rainfall all the way into the nighttime hours. By the way, most of it is moving out of here by daybreak on Thursday. In the areas to the south and east of I-95, where there has not been all that much rain, that is where potentially the greatest threat for tornadic thunderstorm activity will occur later in the day into the evening hours. And any of those strong to severe thunderstorms in that zone can produce a lot of rainfall in a short period of time. That's why anyone in the Mid-Atlantic region can experience some downpours and flooding in this particular setup. This is the latest severe storm outlook from NOAA's Storm Prediction Center based in Norman, Oklahoma. They actually have an enhanced chance, an enhanced risk of severe weather today across southern New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, all the way down to the DC metro region. It includes the Delmarva Peninsula. The threat exists all the way from New York City down to DC and points to the south and east of there. And I absolutely agree with this enhanced risk here, as again a lot of signs point to shear in the atmosphere, low level winds out of the southeast, upper level winds out of the southwest. That kind of cyclonic curvature to the wind flow as one moves up in the atmosphere produces wind shear, and that increases the chance for some tornadic thunderstorm activity later today into tonight. This is typical with tropical system storm track. Most of the tornadic activity takes place to the east of that storm track, and that place is this area right in here, the southern part of New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, all the way down to DC, Delmarva Peninsula, right in this zone for probably the greatest chance for some tornadic thunderstorm activity, and potentially the heaviest rainfall will be to the north and west of there, up across Pennsylvania and down across areas just to the north and west of I-95. So severe weather here, excessive rainfall up in here, and basically the entire Mid-Atlantic region under the gun today for a high impact weather event. Well, here's the latest positioning of Ida. Again, still classified as a tropical depression with maximum sustained winds right around the center area, around 30 miles per hour, but it tends to move in this kind of a path over the next 6 to 12 hours or so. And we'll see in a moment here, there's a very strong upper level jet streak right here over the northeastern part of the nation. And this part of a jet streak on its southeastern side, or what we call the right entrance quadrant, is where there's strong upward motion in the atmosphere, and that will actually lead to what I've been calling reinvigoration, rejuvenation, intensification of Ida later in the day, and that just intensifies the rain shield. Basically what we're dealing with is a tropical system that now is becoming more or less a what we call a post-tropical cyclone, a mid-latitude type of storm, but still with tropical moisture. And you take that combination of a mid-latitude cyclone with tropical moisture, and you can dump a ton of rain on, in this particular case, the Mid-Atlantic region. So a lot of upward motion right here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Ida will actually intensify over the next 6 to 10 hours or so, and again, that intensifies the rain shield, it expands it, and it's leading to this high impact event for the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's take a look at last night's 060 operational run of the GFS. I just want to show the one map here at 250 millibars. This is way up in the atmosphere. We're looking at the winds, and this is the upper level jet streak that I've been referring to right across the northeastern part of the nation. And again, right in this quadrant right here, what we call the right entrance quadrant of that upper level jet streak, is very, very strong upward motion in the atmosphere. When Ida moves right into this zone, watch for some intensification, and that, by the way, will increase the winds. Not too windy right now in the Mid-Atlantic region, but you notice the winds picking up later in the day and tonight, and that's associated with a deepening, a strengthening Ida. And again, it's a tropical depression status right now, about 1,000 millibars. It'll drop down to 996, 997 over the next several hours, partly as a result of this very strong upper level jet streak now situated over the northeast U.S. Well, here are the surface maps from last night's operational run of the GFS, and we'll just go through today and tonight. Again, a high impact event underway in the Mid-Atlantic region. Notice the central pressure at this time, 1,000 millibars over the southern part of West Virginia. Watch what happens as we move into the late day, early evening hours. 997 millibars, and that's because it's encountering that area of upward motion associated with a jet streak. It basically rejuvenates Ida, and this is a time period where we could have some continuation of heavy rain, strong thunderstorms, and again, the threat exists for tornadic activity as well, especially to the south and east of the I-95 corridor region. We have wind shear in the atmosphere. It's basically a change of direction and speed with height. And with some east to southeast winds in the lower levels of the atmosphere, southwesterly winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that kind of clockwise turning as one moves up in the atmosphere can contribute to the formation of tornadoes, as is typical with tropical systems that move into the higher latitudes, look to the right of the storm track, and that places like southern New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, all the way down into the D.C. metro region, Delmarva Peninsula, in that severe weather threat zone. But again, the entire region is under the gun for heavy rain and the potential for some flash flooding. Let's move ahead. Moves all the way up into New England in the overnight hours, and then pretty much gets out of the picture of the Mid-Atlantic region by early tomorrow. Improving weather during the day on Thursday. Cool, pleasant air mass, dry air as well moves in on Thursday, and high temperatures Thursday, Friday, and Saturday all along the I-95 corridor region in the Mid-Atlantic region, confined to the 70s. Very nice weather to follow, but we have a serious weather event right through tonight in the Mid-Atlantic region with heavy rain, the potential for widespread flooding, and a tornado threat as well. That's it for now. For ParatonWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.